I have tried Shopify Dropshipping for 24 hours, but let me tell you why I did it. So the other day I went to this festival that they do every year in Toronto, right? And I went on one of the rides. But when I got off, this lady comes up to me and she was like, hey, I think you dropped something. But I was like, oh yeah, because nothing fell off from me. No, I'm a professional. I don't drop anything. And then I check my pockets and I'm like, wait a minute. It is me. That's my car key. I just dropped my car key. So I go and look at the ground and I was like, my car key is just shattered all over the ground. So I go and grab it and I'm like, holy crap, how am I going to freaking get home now? But obviously I'm a genius, right? So I took the key and using my engineering skills that I never got, I just took the key and I put it back into place. And it was still working, but it just kept turning on and off the whole time. So anyway, the day after I go back home and my dad was like, you have to go and fix the key. He's super practical. So he's like, you have to fix it. And I was like, no, Baba, like the key, we have a spare one. We don't need to use that one. So it's basically fine. And he's like, no, go and fix it. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I go to the dealership and the people were like, okay, it's going to cost you $348 to get a brand new key because this one's completely ruined now. I'm like, okay, whatever, just do it. Don't tell me about the price. So they eventually did it. I got a new key and I was happy. But then I was thinking, I'm like, what if I start a store purely just to pay for the $348 fee? That way I'm basically getting the new key for free. Because I didn't want to get the new key in the first place, but my dad made me do it. And obviously I have to listen to my father, right? So I'm like, okay, I can literally do Shopify and then in 24 hours, I can probably get the money to pay for the actual thing. Even though I already paid for it, I just wanted to make it feel like I got it for free. So I started a new store. At first, obviously I had to find a product, right? And I wanted to use TikTok because I still haven't really made profit using TikTok ads. So I wanted to really do it this time. So I went on TikTok and I searched up some pages that have products from Amazon. So it's basically one of those pages that showcase different products. And I looked at all their products. So I saw one of their recent posts. It had 1 million views. And it was basically for a product that like you can basically grate cheese and then peel vegetables super fast. And apparently I saw people like they were really loving the whole product because the comments, I just read them and they were really loving it. And nowadays, before I make the store, I basically try to make the ad because that way I can make the store very congruent with the ad and then the conversion rates are just a bit higher. Now listen, I did not steal this exact video by removing the first few seconds and then changing the clips a little bit and then using Adarsis to remove the metadata. I didn't do it. I simply just borrowed it for like a bit of an extended period of time and without the paperwork. But honestly, like in all honesty, I just took the video, I chopped it up a bit, and I added some text, and I made it go through this site called Adarsis. Basically, it's a site that you put things in it, like pictures and videos, and it just removes the metadata. That way, when you post the video actually on TikTok, TikTok is like, hey, I've never seen this before. But bro, like, do this ethically, because like you only find this through paid courses. You don't find this on free videos. So when you're doing something like this, make sure you actually do it a bit ethically. Just so you know, like I don't do this all the time. Like nowadays, I'm running ads on Pinterest, because that's where I'm hanging out most of the time on right now. And I don't usually do this at scale. Like if something is working on Pinterest when I'm doing this, I make my own content because like it works better anyway too. But anyway, we have the ad and then I just made a few more variations with it and I took a few more clips from the internet and I created an ad with them. So basically I have 3 ads. And I already actually got a brand name. And the way I got the brand name is I went on ChatGPT and then I just went there and I was like, Assalamu alaikum ChatGPT, can you please give me brand name ideas for a product that can grate cheese very fast and peel vegetables super fast? And so one of the names that ChatGPT gave me is Super Slicer. So I was like, okay, that's a pretty cool name. So the brand name for this product and the site is Super Slicer. And then I just went and made a quick logo. Don't overthink any of this, by the way. And then I just added images to the site. And the way I found the images is I went on the whole internet. I didn't want to just use AliExpress images because I wanted the whole thing make it seem like it's actually branded and it's like a big site. So I found different images from different platforms. And the way I found them, I just found them on Wayfair because apparently Wayfair was listing the same product for $50. So I took those images and I'm like, this is going to work. And to be honest with you, Habibi, like I'm not sure if this is even legal, but I'm like, in 24 hours, I think I'm not going to get sued. No one could really come after me in 24 hours. And then for the description, I went on ChatGPT again and I was like, write me a headline for this product. And then it gave me a headline which I didn't like. So as a copywriter, I'm like, this is so bland. Can you please add some spices to it? And then it gave me this headline which I really liked. So I'm like, okay, I'll just use it. And then I asked it, can you please make me an offer inspired by the book Offers by Alex Hormozi? So it gave me a few different offers. And the one I liked the most is the one where it says, for the next 50 orders, you can get a free trial on this product. And if you don't like it in the next 30 days, just send us back the empty product container and we'll give you a refund with no questions asked. So I liked that one just because it had urgency in it had a guarantee, and it just showed proof that the product actually works. And it just like, it removed all the friction because people are like, oh, I can just send the container without the product and I can basically keep the product. So it's very trustworthy. So I liked it and that's why I used it. And then next I added reviews because again, I wanted to make this whole website look very professional and like very branded. And like, I wanted to make it look like it's an actually high quality store that a lot of people liked. Now I added 1,000 plus reviews. And the way I added these reviews is I took this extension from Google. You're allowed to add reviews from Amazon. So I went on Amazon, I saw a listing with 1,000 plus reviews, and I took all their reviews. Again, it's a bit of a black hat method, but I wanted to get sales quickly after 24 hours. And by the way, like usually I don't even try to make the page super nice like this one. But again, because I'm using paid ads, first of all, and I'm trying to get like quick cash in 24 hours, I did this. And by the way, all this took me 4 hours because like, it's not that hard. So it hasn't even been 24 hours yet. Now that I have the ad, I have the store. And for the ads, by the way, I just made different variations like I said before. I just made the first few seconds a bit different for one of the videos. And then the other video, I just found different clips from the internet and I took them, made them a bit faster. I added some text and then I added some music and that's it. And then I went on TikTok and I created my first campaign. Now, usually what I used to do is make a campaign with like 5 ad sets and then just try to test it. But this time, I basically made the CBO campaign with TikTok, but I duplicated the first ad set with the 3 ads in it and I duplicated it 20 times. So basically I have one campaign CBO, $50 with 20 ad sets. And the reason why I did this is because every time I tried a different method, it just doesn't work for some reason. But when I do this method, I at least get some sales. And I think it's because the interest is very broad, like there's no actual interest. So I think TikTok has like different pockets of buyers. And because there's 20 ad sets, it's able to find those pockets of buyers. And I've always noticed like when I'm running ads on when I'm running ads on different platforms, the creative, like the video, the ad does 80% of the work. So that's why like most of the time I was just focused on making the ad good and like thinking of the offer, thinking of the headline and all that stuff. So I spent most of my time, the 4 hours, just doing that. So the ad just basically took me 30 minutes to publish. So I published the ads and now I had to wait until the next day so they start running. And then in the meantime, I was waiting for it. So what I did was I wanted to optimize the site a bit more. So I went and I added a one-click upsell on the site. So I just basically used Zipify. That way when people actually buy the product, they're presented with an upsell of buying the same exact product for a discount. That way I make more profit. Because again, like we're spending money on ads, like you want to make sure you get the most out of that money. And then I use SMS bump because like I'm using TikTok, right? So 100% of the traffic is coming from the phone. So because they're all on their phone, I'm not going to be basically worrying about email marketing. I'm going to be worrying about phone marketing. So this way, when they're leaving the checkout, I would use SMS bump and then they would basically come back to the checkout easily. Oh, and also for the shipping, I use 3 different shipping methods. So the first shipping method was basically free. And I said, you'll get the product in 7 to 12 days. And so if they picked that, I would go on CJ Dropshipping and I would pick the cheapest method that will get them the product in 7 to 12 business days. So it'll take around like 2 weeks maybe. But I also had 2 other shipping methods. The second one was 4 to 8 business days. And this one basically costed a bit more money. And if they get this, then I would pick the second fastest shipping method on CJ Dropshipping. And the third method, which was the most expensive, which was 2 to 4 business days. If they picked that one, I would pick the most expensive shipping method on CJ Dropshipping. So they'd get the product super duper fast. Now I use CJ Dropshipping just because it was super seamless to add. And like, just so you connect the store to the CJ Dropshipping thing, and the orders basically get imported to CJ Dropshipping, so you don't even have to do a lot of adding orders and all that stuff. So it was pretty easy. Plus, they're the ones that had the different shipping methods that I was looking for, so it made the whole thing even easier. Now, if you are trying to use CJ Dropshipping, I recommend you use this code that I put on the screen right now. If you do this, you'll basically get some discount on some products, which is very nice. And it's funny because I could have gotten this product from AliExpress, but for some reason it was a lot cheaper to get it from CJ Dropshipping. So I'm like, it was basically like a brainless decision. Now, the reason why I added multiple shipping rates is because 1 is going to get me more profit if they pick the other shipping methods. And then 2, when the customers know that there are other shipping methods and they pick the free one, which is the longest one, this way they're not going to come and be like, hey, where's my product? They're already expecting the product is going to be taking a week or 2 to come. So, bro, like you have to think fast sometimes, man. Like when I was working in Wonderland basically is the biggest amusement park in Canada. But when I was working there, when I was broke, basically they had 2 lines, right? The first line was free. The second line was paid. So when people in the free line, it was super packed, but they never complained. Like they saw the fast lane was like a lot emptier, but they never complained because they're like, they know if they complain, you just basically be like, well, why didn't you pay for the fast lane? So like, it's your own decision. You're going to be complaining about your own decision. It basically allows people to like actually be okay with standing in line for like freaking hours. So it's the same idea here, and it just gives you a bit less of a headache. But anyway, I waited for the ads to run, and honestly, I didn't want to check them at all because every time I check the ads on TikTok, it just gives me a headache because I'm like, bro, why is the freaking ads messing up so bad? So I let them run for 24 hours straight. I didn't check the ads and I didn't check the Shopify dashboard. After 24 hours, this is what I saw. So apparently I spent $50, which was expected because it's my whole budget, and my cost per click was $5 per click. I saw that and I almost literally puked. My CPM was like $70, and I'm like, what the heck is the problem here? So you know when you study for a freaking test and then you studied your whole life and then you get the results back and it's like, it's not even 50%. This is literally how I felt when I saw the freaking numbers on the dashboard. But apparently it did say I have 1 conversion. So I went on my Shopify dashboard and I'm like, okay, I got 2 sales. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty nice. Like I'm actually profitable, which is so funny because bro, $5 per click. this is what I was getting. But after calculating the cost and all that stuff, I'm basically left with a $29 profit after 24 hours, which basically means I still have $319 to pay for the bill for the key. But this is what's annoying me so much, and that's what I mentioned in my previous video. Like, my sites, they convert very well because I build them very well when I'm running ads, but the TikTok ads they just never serve me. I don't know why. Like, I tried other TikTok accounts too for different products, and like, they still get sales. Like, I never actually ran a product without getting any sales, but the ads are just so expensive. It could be because I'm running it at a time when it was Q4, but I don't know, bro. But this is so funny because like I once got a lot of people asking me for like one-on-one help, and I helped them using TikTok ads, and like they're getting like 10K days. So I'm like, I don't know, man. For some reason, I just couldn't do it with TikTok. Instead, I'm literally dedicating most of my time now on Pinterest ads because for me, it's been very consistent. And like, I've been getting like literally below 10 cents click on Pinterest ads. And the CPM is like $0.73, which is insane. Like, I've never heard of such numbers. And the ROAS on that is right now is 4. So I'm looking at numbers on Pinterest and numbers on TikTok, and I'm like, that's pretty crazy, bro. So my methods work. It's just, I don't know, man. TikTok has just been, it just doesn't like me for some reason. But again, like, I use TikTok for this challenge just because TikTok is a bit faster, and I wanted to do this in 24 hours. Pinterest does not optimize in 24 hours. You have to give it like a week or so. So even though this product was profitable for 24 hours, I just couldn't run it with a $5 cost per click. But anyway, Habibi, I hope you found this video super duper extremely helpful. I'm sorry I couldn't pay the bill fully, but wait, I actually did pay for the bill fully. What the heck? I just didn't do it through TikTok ads in 24 hours. Now, if you're trying to see me do a challenge like this without spending a single penny and without even using TikTok and making $1,200 profit in a week, then just click on this video right here, because I basically use a method that no one on YouTube is really showing right now. And I'm just so surprised because like it was so easy for me. So watch that, because I know it's going to be very helpful to you guys.